All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:47 in the morning of August 13th, Friday, 2021, and this is my strategy session. Uh, it is a slow morning. There was a really nice rally on the broader market yesterday on the SPY here. Let's go over the broader market before I start in on the specific stocks. So we have here the SPY, a really nice rally yesterday. I mean, it was only a few points. I mean, it's not like the rallies that we would see at other rather significant points in history. However, from 442 at the bottom there to the high of about what is that 445. Yeah, I mean, so a 0.5% rally, 2.5 points. It's pretty good. There's definitely some money to be made there. I definitely cut out too early yesterday for this. I did manage to get into 15 contracts on the SPY. I made about $100, but if I had held on to them for the rest of the day, the strike was on the 18th of August, and the strike price, or I'm sorry, the expiration was on the 18th, and the strike was at 444. And so it would have been a fairly profitable trade for me to just come back in the afternoon, left those on. I had a good feeling, according to the VIX here, and look there, the VIX is breaking down below that support level. Yeah, I had a feeling that it was just time for the VIX to come down and start testing the support level here yesterday, and it sort of did. It went. This is yesterday's candle right here, this teeny tiny little candle right here, and it came down from basically where it opened yesterday. I mean, it did pop up a bit, and that's what gave the entry. Actually, the signals that gave these entries right here that I took 3 entries, and they're all at the bottom of these candles right here for five contracts each. The bottom of these candles were really distinct. They gave off high probability bottoming patterns that I use anyway, and I think I let it go to where it came back to right about. I think I let it go right in here somewhere. I don't remember. It was yesterday, and I definitely missed out on some upside yesterday. But I wasn't going to be in the office for the rest of the day either, so I hate to leave a trade on like that, especially if I start an intraday trade. I don't like for it to turn into an extra day trade. I don't like for it to turn into more than one day. So, I wanted to take that off as soon as, I wanted to take it off before I left the office. I wanted to get out of the trade. So today, here's the daily. Let's get it down here we'll use the 10-minute. So today the VIX is breaking down below what I have for a support line. You can see it came down yesterday and touched it and came right back up. What I imagine is going to happen today, it was one of two things today, is there's going to be a giant dip and the VIX just doesn't look back and it just falls down, the VIX falls down, or see if I can get some more room. Don't have a lot of room to work with underneath here. Or the VIX will dip down, come back, do a back test today, and then cruise on down. So we'll have to see what happens. And then the third possibility, which I think is rather unlikely, is that it comes up, tests, and then continues higher. I don't think that's as likely today. I think but it's Friday. Friday's kind of a wild card, so it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. So I think that third scenario is unlikely, that it comes back up above the resistance line there, retests and continues higher, and we get a downdraft in the SPY. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're in a solid up move for the foreseeable future. I mean, there are going to be pullbacks and so forth, but for the time being, it's kind of like, how high can it go? Let's see how high the SPY can go. Kind of where we are right now. Bitcoin. I don't like to use the 200 period. I don't like to use moving averages for support and resistance or entries or exits on trades. I just kind of like them there for trend. So Bitcoin, I was anticipating Bitcoin to make, so after it broke the 42,000 spot, I was looking for it to come down and then move higher. Now, it may have already done that on this candle right here on the, what is that? That's the 9th of August, just a few days ago. So it may have made its close approach right here on the 9th and is now continuing. In either case, as long as we're above 42,000, we're bullish. As long as Bitcoin stays above 42,000, Bitcoin is on its way upward. Let's see, where can Bitcoin go? Or where's Bitcoin likely to start hitting some resistance? Yeah, I think it's going to be I think it's going to, the next move on Bitcoin, the next move up on Bitcoin is probably going to look a lot more like, I don't know, where's a good example? And it's probably going to look a lot more like this. I mean, that's a nice looking chart. I mean, you can't really, this is, from 11,000 to 19,000. That's not a really good example, though. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the uptrend is back, I don't know. Let me just stop there before I say anything like what target hits what and so forth. Right now, as of right now, a break over 46,787 is a place to look for continuation if you're trading it, to look for a bullish setup. Okay, so first up is Disney. Disney reported earnings 46.69% upside earnings surprise. So it's catching a bid this morning. I imagine that there's going to be some profit taking, and that support will be found between 185.87 and 184.63. And this support, I don't know if it acts as support for it to go past its pre-market prices or not. I just am going to use this for a trade. And I might try, if it really starts to move, I might try and hold on to a portion of the trade in order to maximize gains, really. Airbnb is another one that I've had my eye on now for a while. I am in 100 shares at, did I take it off? Yeah, it looks like I took it off by accident. I went through this morning and put new support levels on. Let me just go ahead and replace it. I'm at 100 shares at $146.19. 146.19. All right. So today, if Airbnb pulls back, which it's doing, actually, let's see here. So it had a 69% upside surprise in earnings, although it reported earnings at negative 11 cents per share. It was estimated to be negative 36 cents per share. So better than expected for earnings. and it really pulled back pre-market here quite low, quite a bit lower than I expected at 143.75-ish. Made a low there, 143.71. And so today I'm putting levels on it, and I'll play it between 143 and 140. 143.07 and 140.69 is where I see support coming in for Airbnb if the stock actually makes it down that low. And I'm going to hold on to the 100 shares that I have, regardless of what the stock does. And I'll most likely just be using this trade right here in order to hedge the position that I already have in it. So then the last one, this, although it's first on my list, you can see here over here on the daily list, is ACY. ACY is a stock that might get continuation today. I actually seriously doubt it. It's looking pretty toppy. These topping tail candles right here, the top wicks right here, are indicative of selling pressure. And so if it opened right now, it would open up at $32.30. And I had $32.84 marked off as significant yesterday. You see yesterday's action, and it popped up above the previous day's high and traded up above it for a bit. I don't remember if I played this yesterday or not. I don't think that I did. The spreads are really wide on this thing, and it's going to be really tricky. So it's on watch today. I don't have... if I were to put odds on ACY, and this is just back of the envelope, kind of odds, I don't foresee ACY making a continuation pattern here today at all. And what I mean by that is a move up above this 32.80 and then come down, test it, and then continuation above 32.80 past $36 even. If we get that today, I'm extremely bullish. In fact, I was rather skeptical of it yesterday. I really didn't think it would happen yesterday. It surprised me yesterday. And in fact, ACY surprised me on the 11th. Pardon me. It's on watch. I'm going to put an alarm on it. So if ACY really starts to pop up into higher levels here, then I'll become aware of it. But I have an extremely small degree of confidence. Like if I were to give it a degree of confidence on this thing doing anything near what I just described, I'd give it 2%, extremely low. It's just a really slow morning. There is one large cap on my large cap screener that I find attractive enough to look at, and there are no small caps. Airbnb isn't on my scanner. I just am aware of Airbnb because I have a position in it, and its earnings date came and went, and so and ACY is a small cap that I'm aware of just because I pay attention, to the small caps. So Disney, it's a slow morning. Disney's the only thing that's really popping up. Then, I guess you could say the SPY with its VIX falling down below that resistance level or support level. That's kind of it. That's kind of all that's going on today. So pretty slow day. I don't know if I'm even going to trade or not today. I don't, it's if something really starts moving, then maybe I'll jump on it. But otherwise, yeah, it could be it might be a no trade day. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.